What's up, guys? Chimp here with another market update. It's been a very long time since I posted one of these. I don't even know when. Um, let's get right into it. I'm not gonna do so much historical analysis as much as I am gonna do just talking about the current price. And Bitcoin's currently at 100.6. Question is, what's going on? What's next? And I think this is a very stark difference. What the hell these drawings are? I think it's like the meme drawings I put on. Or, okay, delete all this shit. Very stark difference to where we were, right? We went up 123, 124 and a half, 126. And since then, we had October 10th, chop, and then now a second leg down. Let me just get straight to the point. I am leaning very bullish here. I'm going to go over data to give my reasoning for that. But let's just talk about what's going on here low time frame. So obviously we've had like a huge capitulation from 112 down to sub 100. A lot of apes got liquidated. Probably some bodies from 1010 loaded up. And here we are, we're sitting at 100.5. Now, what are some of the data points I'm looking at in terms of like, hey, is this a bottom or not? And let's just go through those real quick. So first of all, ETF flows. ETF flows have been negative for a while, right? And I think I've talked about this before, which is like ETF flows can go negative, but these negative flows only last for a while. Like typically they only last for like 1 to 4 weeks. We had some very strong outflow days, right? And yesterday you could see it already turned the corner. And so to me, like when I look at this, and the way I view the ETF is this: like money's gonna come in, it's gonna continue to push price higher over a long enough time horizon. But for every dollar that comes in, maybe 15 cents of it, 10 to 15 cents of it is like willing to exit if shit looks bad. And I think that's what we've seen here. Like ETF flows have been um, ETF flows have been weak, and some of that money that came in, like a lot of money came in, right? From April to now, we had like 30 billion dollars that came in. We had a couple billion that came back out, right? Like no issues. But again, like this is turning the corner. Global open interest again had a complete wipeout, back basically to its lows, which again I think is a fine sign. I think that's just telling you the market's again quite deleveraged. Um, let's look at hyperliquid and these lick maps. So hit refresh and then it works. Then the refresh makes it go away. Okay. Complete opposite picture of what we've seen in the past. The past, we've seen over leveraged longs, people are ready to get liquidated. Now you can see like Bitcoin can drop $5,000 from here, and there's only 1,000 Bitcoin in longs to liquidate. I mean, what the heck? Like no one is long anymore, right? You have a cluster of licks maybe at 94, 93, maybe like at 91. Sorry, I just realized the video is like flipped. So you have like a micro cluster of like a couple hundred BTC of longs to lick. On the flip side, you're seeing like the exact opposite behavior of what we saw at the top, right? Like I don't know if you guys remember Trader Aguila and what he was doing as we went to 123K. But again, like you have this guy, right? Short 2222 BTC, lick price 103.5. Like this is the exact opposite behavior of what we were seeing before. Now, that being said, and sorry, let me show one other point. So again, I'm not gonna make this video long. It's gonna be very quick. I want to show like a coin like Fartcoin, and you guys can go back to my videos from a couple of months ago and see how crazy the lick map on something like a Fartcoin was. Now you can look at it and say like, holy crap! Like actually, no one's long this anymore, right? There was like 100 million units of Fartcoin worth of licks. If we went down like 50% from $1. Now when you look at Fartcoin, there's 10 million units of Fartcoin licks if we go down close to 50%. Some of these alts, like, so basically the alts are like totally deleveraged too. I want to show two other things actually on alts. So not all alts are completely deleveraged, obviously. Something like a Fartcoin is. Go to something like an XPL, which is a bit more of like an insider scam, I would call it. Hyperdash might be open. If it is, we'll just skip the link map on this now. I think it's overloaded. I think it's going to load the chart, but it's not app, fortunately. All is well, it's fine. I'm just going to show some of these alt charts. Like, let's just pull up an XPL. Not that I'm the biggest fan, but all these alt charts look the same. Bitcoin went down, alts went down with it. They pumped. Bitcoin might have made an equal low, and a lot of these alts made higher lows. So again, when I look at what's going on, alts are deleveraged like crazy. ETFs look like they're slowing down. Oh, one other thing I didn't even mention: Sailor just raised another $700 million, right? And that's not including ATM raises or raises through Stretch. Else 100K, 20% down from the highs seems like a reasonable spot. Like everything just to me is like asymmetric to the bullish side. That being said, if the Nasdaq dips another 4%. Oh, and by the way, another thing. Again, I'm not going to show it on the chart. Pull up a chart of the Nasdaq. Pull up a chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin dumped. Nasdaq's continuing to drill. Bitcoin's not dumping. Right? That just shows you there's a lot of latent demand for Bitcoin. So again, relative strength of stocks now. Altcoins showing massive signs that the capitulation's over. 100K support. Everyone's liquidated. Seeing no one's long anymore. You can see it on Hyperdash. If anything, people are degen shorting. So I don't know. To me, everything's lined up. I want to make a quick video, put my thoughts out there. We'll see what happens. Look, I think we can go up, and we can go up a lot. I think a lot of these alts can double off their lows. Like XPL is at 25 cents. Bottom at 25 cents or 22 cents. I think you can go to 40, 45 cents, no problem. Coin bottomed at 24 cents. You could probably go to 40, 45 cents again. Bitcoin could probably go back to 115, 120 pretty easily. So we've seen these capitulations before, right? Like, and I'll show you one example of this. People are acting like, oh my god, like the freaking world is on fire. And again, I've seen these plenty of times. We saw this a lot last summer. Prime example of this, one that really comes to mind, is when we went from 72K all the way to 53. It looked over, and then next thing you knew, within 2 or 3 weeks, we were right back at 70K. Now, obviously, we had another flush out in that instance, but I don't know. I just don't see a case to be bearish here, and I think people are grasping at straws in terms of the bearish arguments. And look, don't let the bankers steal your Bitcoin. That's that simple. When data changes, you got to change your positioning and you got to change your bias, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Anyways, guys, take care.